Greetings interwebs, this is JackitK and welcome back to some game dev vlogs. So just because I took a bit of a hiatus from the game dev vlogs, doesn't mean that there hasn't been anything going on behind the scenes. I have taken a break from kremling hunting itself, but I've used that time to go back to Firebrand Dash, polish it up, and build upon it a bit. In fact, I thought it'd be cool if I talked about Firebrand Dash throughout all of October to go alongside with the whole Overseer October theme I want to do. However, there was a handful of things I teased in some previous shorts I never got around to sharing in regards to kremling hunting, so I'm going to take this and maybe the next short to try to summarize as many of those things as I can. First, the no shoot area, as the name implies, is an area that you can't click in to actually shoot. However, you can still right click to do Kong power-ups. In fact, that's the whole gimmick of one of the levels. Despite the brain twister it was to get things working, the code itself looks relatively simple. Mostly a matter of just giving the enemies and allies a variable to determine if they're in a no-shoot area and out of a no-shoot area, and then swap that value anytime that they enter or leave the no-shoot zone. Secondly is the no-shoot glass obstacle, a bit more straightforward where I just adjusted the values of the block if it's of a no-shoot variable, and that essentially lets it behave like a breakable tile, outside of the fact that you can't shoot to break it. This level is a good case scenario of said breakable block, because there's one enemy that's strong enough to break the block, yet all the banana power-ups that are key to get through this level quickly are hidden behind them. So you essentially have to guide/wait for the guy to jump out of the obstacle, and then bump into these tiles to break them open, and then the monkeys can collect the bananas, which allow you to use the Kong power to quickly get through the level and get a lot of points in the process. Last but not least are these egg obstacles. It was essentially my way to make the Captain Crow fight different from the Naughty boss fight that you previously went through. Simply put, you click them to get launched into the air. If there's a flying enemy like a crow in the sky, they'll hit it, even if you would normally not be able to shoot them. But if something like a Kong or a monkey is in the vicinity of the egg's shadow when it falls back down the ground, they'll get hit by it, which counts as a penalty against you. So between some levels where hitting stuff with eggs is the only option to progress, and the fact that they're generally worth more points to hit an enemy with an egg compared to just shooting them directly, it's a bit of a risk-reward system, where you get something good if you pull it off, but it can backfire on you greatly if mistimed. And that's the main three things that I teased but never got around to covering. So I'll see you all for the next short.